So Geoff, tell us a little bit about Lindsay Windows.
Well, Lindsay Windows has been around since 1947. We manufacture vinyl windows primarily for the replacement market in the upper Midwest. We have 3 locations. We have the location here in North Mankato, Minnesota, Union, Missouri, and Warrenville, Illinois. So we manufacture out of all 3 locations, and then we distribute the product to the greater Midwest. So we cover everything from North Dakota down to Illinois and a little bit into Indiana and Michigan and down a little bit into Arkansas. So, and everything in between. So that's a little bit about us, but we focus in on the residential market. We sell our product to dealers who are focused on high quality and energy conservation for the homeowner.
Great. And so you've been in Vistage about almost a year and a half?
Yeah, it's gone quick.
Yeah. So what's the primary value that you feel you get from Vistage?
Well, I was a little bit of a skeptic when I first joined, and I was kind of wondering how long this would last. But I've really enjoyed it, and the biggest value I get every single month is it's a good visit when you're working on the business to revisit kind of where you're at instead of fighting the daily fires that pop up. So it's a reminder that, hey, I need to focus in on items that are more 3, 6 months, 5 years, and maybe even longer when looking at everything from purchasing equipment to hiring people. So all of the things that happen for Vistage, it can be the drive up, kind of gets me prepared when I'm going to the meeting, to doing the issue processing and listening to the speaker and how that would impact our business long term for the good. Some of those items are directly related to me, where I have to make a modification to something that I'm doing or the way I'm leading the team. And some of them may be related to a conversation that I've been putting off having with a fellow employee, where I need to have a conversation that's related to what they're doing. Or maybe it's related to a conversation with a customer or a supplier. So all of those items are definitely ones that typically come up during the Vistage meeting or something related to Vistage.
I know you're a busy guy.
Absolutely.
How do you find the time for a whole day every month?
That was the biggest concern, is how do you possibly get away from the office, once a month, or take time for your one-to-one coaching session once a month. And it just becomes a matter of priority. And the meetings are scheduled far enough out in advance, and they're usually on a pattern, or they're scheduled on a regular basis. And then it becomes a lot easier. And then if I make it a priority, I'm always willing to get there and schedule meetings around it. But I would say that it's definitely one of the things that now it's a concrete. There aren't many things, unless it's something that comes way out of the blue, that would interrupt my time from coming to the meeting, listening to the speaker, being a part of the issue processing, and contributing in that way. So it's been a great decision so far.
So how do you justify the expense? Is there a way that you can? What's your internal ROI in terms of the return you're getting on what you're investing?
Yeah, I've never really looked at it from hey, here's my cost, am I making sure I'm getting that cost out of it? Because I just know that I am. I think there's a few things. One is, I evaluate whether or not I'm improving, and is the business reflecting some of the things that should be changed as a result of either something that's learned in Vistage, or a speaker, or a coaching session. And that's been really easy. Though it's become a very easy investment for me to make. We're getting value out of Vistage either for myself or as part of the team every single week or every single month, and we've changed several things in our organization, ranging from hiring to how I evaluate people. We're implementing this book called Traction, and even just those steps, I would have never been doing those things had I not had Vistage. One of the very first speakers we had was addressed some HR issues, and literally he changed our thinking in terms of how we look at HR and compensation and raises. And had it not been for that speaker, I think we'd probably still be doing things the way we've always done them. But because of some of those new and fresh ideas that come into via Vistage, we're able to look at things in a fresh new light, and that in and of itself makes the fees seem very reasonable.